Hello everyone, and thank you for watching my videos. If you find this video helpful, please share, like, and subscribe. Hello everyone, it's Lori here with My Crafty Mind for You. Today I'm doing quite a different project again. It's not a craft project, but it is a help tutorial, I guess we could call it. Being that there is a shortage on baby wipes, there are some out there you can get on eBay. I was looking at the prices and they are just outrageous. So mamas, here is a quick DIY for you to make your own baby wipes, and they work just as well. And what I'm going to do is show you two different ways. One, I'm going to just walk you through the steps. I'm not going to actually do it because I don't have a baby, and so I don't have the tall container that I would need to put half of this roll in. What you want to do is, if you have a container, a tall container that your baby wipes already come in, save it. Or if you just have a tall bowl, you want to save that bowl and use it. You're going to take your standard size paper towel roll, and I prefer for baby wipes to use the ultra thick. This way when you're wiping your baby, you know, it's not going to tear and shred to pieces on you. It's going to stay in contact. So you're going to take your roll and you're going to use a bread knife. A bread knife cuts best. And I'm not going to cut this because, again, I would just be wasting my paper towel roll. You can just saw right through this, okay? And once you saw right through it, you're going to have obviously half of your roll. Since I did not do the step-by-step tutorial on the paper towel roll, I have written the instructions for you on the ingredients you're going to need and how to prepare the solution to create your baby wipes. So go ahead and pause if you need to. Use 1/2 of your paper towel roll, cutting it in half. Now you can get the ones that come in sections, 1, 2, 3 sections, whichever you prefer. If you prefer a full paper towel, like these ones come in sections. I like the ones that come in halves. You're going to put 2 cups of hot water. Make sure your water is hot, and there's a reason for that. Into your 2 cups of hot water, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of baby bath or baby wash of some type. Okay, you're going to pour it into your water. You're going to use 1 tablespoon of baby oil. 1 tablespoon of baby oil. And you're going to add that into your water mixture here. Stir it well. Once you have your paper towel roll all intact, half of the paper towel roll, you're going to pour all this on there. After it's stirred really well, you're going to pour it on top, all around the top of the paper towel roll. It will absorb down, okay? Those 2 cups. It'll be a little more than 2 cups, but with everything in there, it's not much over 2 cups. You're going to then put your lid, now we're just going to pretend that we have our roll in here. You're going to put your lid on top, and you're going to let it set there for about a good 2 or 3 minutes. And this is why we need the hot water, because it loosens up this center, this brown center that your roll is on, this tube. After those couple minutes, remove your lid, and this center should just pop out fairly easy. Now it's going to unroll, so it's not going to come out as a tube. It is going to unroll like a swirl. Okay, and then, pardon me, and then you'll be able to just very easily pull your paper towels, now baby wipes, out from the center, just like a normal container of baby wipes would be. Because I don't have a baby, I wanted to show other moms that perhaps don't have a long tubular or cylinder container bowl, how to create baby wipes using a simple little container such as this. This is just a little container I got from the Dollar Tree, and it seals very well. It's a Betty Crocker. you might have a bigger one. So depending on what you have, let's go ahead and show you a little tip here. You can pull out as many sheets as you'd like to from your paper towel roll. I just pulled out what fits in the camera. I'm going to do mine singular like this so you can just see what I'm talking about here. Fold them into 3 parts. And it's easier to do it, it's quicker to do it this way. And before you know it, you have a full bowl. Now I probably only have maybe 10 in here, but once they get wet, I bet you I can put about 40 or 50 in this little container. I'm not going to do that though, because like I said, I don't have babies, so these I'll probably just use to wipe up countertops and whatever I need to, if there's spills or whatever, just to use them. Or maybe wash off my hands or something. Anyways, let's see. We're going to just do a half of a recipe of what you would normally do with a roll of paper towel, just so that I can show you how they are when they're wet, how easily that they work, and how they stay intact fairly well. We are going to need for this one, I'm going to need a funnel, something to put my fluid in here. My baby white wash, my bath wash. Okay, so I have my 1 cup of hot water. Remember, I'm doing half of a recipe. Now, in case you don't know, there are 3 teaspoons in 1 tablespoon. Okay. I still want to use the hot water because I want to make sure that my oil and my baby bath are mixing good. That's another reason too. Because when you're mixing water and oil, they really don't mix well. So you got to make sure that your water is hot enough to get it to kind of break down just a bit, just enough to give you time to pour it. Because when it cools down, it's going to rise. It's going to separate your oil from your water. So that being said, 1 cup of hot water, 1 tablespoon of baby bath, or if you buy head to toe. Now, I don't know if this has a seal on it. I just picked this up from the Dollar Tree because, like I said, I don't have a baby. So we're going to need 1 tablespoon of baby bath. Wow, I think they must give you 2 tablespoons in there. Okay. I'm going to rinse that off in there. Make sure it comes off fairly well. And these will also smell really good too. When I had my children when they were little, and I would run out and I'd be in a pinch for wipies, this is what I used to do. They're all grown and now they have my grandchildren. So if they get in a pinch with this situation that's going on here in our world today, well then they can make some wipes. Okay, so we put our 1 tablespoon of baby bath or head to toe, whatever you use. And then we're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of baby oil. There's my 1 teaspoon. Another thing you can do too is if your mixture, for whatever reason, is too much and you've already made it, I mean, you don't want to throw it away, get a little container and save it. And of course, like I said, the oil is going to separate. So because it's going to separate and you're going to have it into another container, you want to just shake it up really good for a few seconds so that everything mixes up well. Now I definitely know this mixture is going to be way too much for my 10 paper towels in here. So I can either save this, which I'm going to do, just in case my grandchildren come over and mommy forgets the wipies. We're going to have something for them. And knowing me, what'll happen is I'll just end up finishing off and making a full container of baby wipes. Oop. Wasn't planning on the bubbles part here, but that's okay. I knew that it would fit in here, but I wasn't planning on bubbles. Okay, so now what I want to do, since I didn't pour it on there, and I could have poured it on there, I didn't think about that. I guess I was just concerned about having too much in there. You take off. Should be another lid here. There we go. So I'm just going to wet down my towels. Make sure they went through. Now I don't want to drench them so much that they're going to fall apart. You got to remember that there's a different fiber in the paper towel than there actually is in the actual baby wipe. This is just to get you by, and it will. I used to make these by those big containers. I remember sitting at my kitchen table making wipies. And you don't want to press on them too hard either, to where they're so stuck together that you're fighting to pull them off of each other. Now these are pretty saturated. So it looks like I used about 1/3 of a cup in here. And like I said, they're pretty saturated, probably more than what I would have liked them to be. But we're going to let them set for a little bit. And we're real time. So while we wait for that couple minutes, I will cover up my lids here. So I was saying that I saw on eBay the price that they were wanting for even just one little pack of wipies, and I was just blown away by it. I mean, it was like $34 for a pack of maybe 2 or 3. Then you had to pay shipping on top of that. And for a box, they were wanting like $70. I'm like, what on earth? We have a new grandson from my son and daughter-in-law. He's, my goodness, he was just born just a few days ago, and oh my, they threw him just in time a pamper party. His auntie did, my daughter-in-law's sister, and thank goodness for that, because you cannot find wipies now anywhere, not in my town anyhow. And I know that in the next 2 cities from where we're at, the shelves are completely wiped out. All right, let's open this up. Of course, I have gloves on. I'm going to take my gloves off because I can't work very well with gloves, and I won't be able to feel what I'm grabbing here. Okay, so here's my wipe. And you can see I'm washing my hands, and like I said, it's quite saturated, more than I would have liked. So I've used it, I mean, I'm being fairly rough, and we don't wipe our babies that rough. This is really, really wet. And my paper towel held up very well. So this is a good recipe, like I said. Feel free to use it, share it, like the video if you liked it, comment below if you'd like to see other tutorials on ideas and stuff to get us through this period. Give me a shout out in the comments below, and I will see you in our next video. Happy baby wipe making. Talk to you all soon. Have a good day.